Hi, folks. It's me, Michael Bach, and it's time for another Lunchtime Learning on SHRM's Inclusion 2023 conference taking place from October 30th to November 1st in Savannah, Georgia. And today I'm joined by Lisa Mcconnell, certified EEO investigator with McConnell Consulting Services, whose session titled Effective Investigations into Allegations of Harassment, Discrimination, and Workplace Misconduct takes place Monday, October 30th at 10:30 a.m. Welcome, Lisa.
Hello, that was a mouthful. I'm so glad you got through that.
It is a mouthful, but it sounds like a really important session. So tell me all about it.
Well, I will tell you, it helps that I have a curious mind. And so I have often been the person asking all the questions in a room, and that just naturally lends itself to investigations. And it has worked out well that my inquisitiveness is very useful when it comes to someone making any sort of allegation. And I want to use the skills that I've developed and learned from others over the years to help others to do good investigations. Because when we talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, one thing that stands out to me is there's a lot of people making proactive steps, and I think that's great. But there's also on the backside, once someone is in the organization, you've got to make sure that it's a good and healthy working environment for them. And that's an ongoing obligation for employers. And sometimes things happen. And we need to make sure there are effective mechanisms for individuals to report any sort of inappropriate conduct in the workplace. And then once they've reported it, we need to know how to respond and how to get to the truth, and then how to move past that to restore a healthy working environment. And that's what I'm going to be talking about.
So very important. And I'm sure you could tell some stories about the things that you've seen that would probably curl what's left of my hair. What do you want attendees to come away from your session understanding better?
I think a couple of things. One is putting themselves in the shoes of the complaining parties and how to show that empathy and how to ask the right questions to get to the truth. Because, by the way, when allegations are made, oftentimes they are true, but sometimes they are not. So we have to go in as HR professionals and be as unbiased as possible, completely open to all the possibilities that exist. And that is that sometimes there is legitimate, intentional wrongdoing, and sometimes there are misunderstandings, and sometimes there are ill motives for people trying to get someone fired because they're not happy about being written up or not happy about being held accountable. So you really have to go in with no preconceived notions, completely open-minded, gathering as much facts and information as you can, as much data and evidence, so that you can come to a good decision and figure out how to move forward from there.
Fantastic. I think this is going to be a really good session. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk about your session. And remember to attend Lisa's session on Monday, October 30th at 10:30 a.m. And you can catch my session if you're so inclined. What Gets Measured Gets Done, Measuring Success in Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Accessibility on Wednesday, November 1st at 7:30 a.m. bright and early. And I hope to see you in Savannah.